Right, it's the winter. For people in the UAE, this literally means it's Liwa season. So everybody grabs their tuned off-road cars and fucking fly off dunes. And it's genuinely the national activity of the UAE, no joke. Anyway, they got the highways looking like this at night. And the tailgating is insane. Now, unfortunately for the off-road tuners, there is always a bigger fish in the sea, and they will never beat this. What did you expect? Of course, it's the Chamakis and their Toyota Hiace. What do you expect? I mean, they'll genuinely rule the streets in Dubai. You don't mess with the Toyota Hiace. And before someone goes in the comments and points out my accent, listen, they're called Chamaks, but I'm saying Chamakis for the people who don't really understand. Anyways, Liwa season is genuinely grab your off-road car and fly off a dune season. And a lot of the cars there, again, they're pushing over 1,000 horsepower. I've seen a lot of cars, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500. I've seen people with 3.6 thousand horsepower. And yeah, a lot of these cars are drag cars, but they're still the same. And a lot of them are genuinely just spoofed up Ford Raptors or Toyota Tacomas. And yeah, if you go to Liwa Festival, you will see people flying them off cliffs. I mean, the entire thing is just grab the car, go up a cliff as fast as you can, and try not to die. And what happens once you reach the end of the cliff? You either hit the brakes and be a sissy boy, or you fucking fly off like a man. No joke, it's an actual competition, and if you go there, you will love it. But, you know, everyone says, Habibi, come to Dubai. In my opinion, don't. It's too crowded, there's too many people there. Just watch it online, so that's why you want to watch my channel, feel me? Also, if you don't speak Arabic, I don't think you're even allowed in Liwa. I mean, you probably will still be allowed, but as a spectator, because if you don't speak Arabic, you don't belong there, you feel me? Nobody there speaks English, or like, they kind of do, but if you pull up to the meeting, you're like, yo guys, what you're doing? Some Emirati guy will look at you and be like, Shalom, that kind of shit, and you'll be like, what? Yeah, you're never gonna understand them. It's a requirement, you know, it's just one of these unwritten rules. Speak Arabic, please. And it doesn't matter which accent, just speak Arabic. And like, here's the thing, it's not that they don't know what you're saying, they understand that, like, most locals understand full Hindi and a bit of Russian and English, they all know English, but they're just gonna respond in Arabic, and they're just gonna refuse to speak anything but Arabic. So I would say good luck trying to understand Arabic, because to many people it just sounds like gibberish. But yeah, all in all, very, very fun, and I decided to tune the Ford Raptor like they usually tune it in Liwa and actually take it for a test drive on Nürburgring. You know, as I simulate stopping for a ticket, getting the ticket, I floor it and send it to the oblivion. Yeah, a lot of power. I'm surprised I could control it. I think that was 0 to 100 in like a second? No, actually it was like maybe 1.5, 2 seconds, I'm not sure, but that's fast. And the acceleration on this thing is absolutely mental, but again, it does not come anything close to the Chamaki Hiace. So we're just talking about Raptors here, we're talking about Liwa season. I mean, you'll probably never see a Liwa car anywhere near Germany, let alone the Nürburgring itself, but you know, we live in a video game, it's Gran Turismo, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Also, I'm kind of a rebel and I don't give a shit what people think. So yeah, we're driving it on the Nürburgring. Now, we are approaching what would usually be the start-finish line, but since I'm driving on the tourist layout, the start-finish line was way back. So as we run out through what most people consider turn 1, not for me, we start our lap by just experiencing how toxic this car is, almost throwing me into the wall, taking every bit of my skill to just control it. Not very easy to drive. And to be fair, if you ask me if it was fun, it was not fun. You know the legend, drive slow car fast better than car fast slow. What? Hold on. Drive a slow car fast better than driving a fast car slow. Yes, that's it. Now, I'm usually the sharp kind of guy, but I've lost a bunch of my brain capacity because, yeah, it's been a long day, uni, work, video editing, this and that. I'm running on pure Red Bull and a lot of caffeine, so gives you wings. Yeah, anyway, Red Bull sponsor me. We start going on the not very long straight, but quite a long straight. You can see me braking just before the hill because I don't want to copy Jan Mardenbro and flying into the barrier and killing a spectator. Not my kind of driving. I'm Arab, I know that, but we don't do that stuff. We fly off dunes, not into the barrier. And I know what kind of joke you are expecting. Shame on you. Anyways, we're another long straight, but not very long, and going into the quite fast left-hander. Again, lifting from before, you can see the oversteer is crazy. This car does get a bunch of snaps that are very, very unpredictable. Now, I tried to get my walnut head to tune the car, but I'm not much of a tuner, I just like to drive. You know, like, what am I gonna do with the suspension? I just raise it up, because that's what people do. I like give it a stiff ride so I don't, you know, lose traction suddenly, but apparently it still happens, so it's a toxic relationship? I have no idea. I like this car just does not like uneven terrain. Funnily enough, it was made to literally go off-roading, but I guess a Maverick engine will not do it for it. And yeah, it handles just like your mom, a pure bolt. Very slow and low-key cannot turn. And I mean, what do you expect? It's a spoofed up off-road car. And to be fair, I know I'm riding the highest too much, but it was a better car. I'm not even joking. I did like driving the highest more. And this is definitely not because there's an internal chamak inside me that wants to, I don't know, be a chamak. Anyways, going into this left-hander, you can see the brakes are not braking. And in terms of braking, we have no braking. We cannot brake. No braking. And I think the Red Bull is getting into me, so please bear with me until the end of the video. But yeah, the car does not like to slow down. And I mean, supposedly I have carbon ceramic brakes with racing sports pads. I know, not what's it called? Racing brake pads, yeah. You're supposed to slow down fast. But to be fair, there's no aerodynamical elements, so there's nothing really pushing you to the ground, which is why it does handle like a cow, and that's why I find the highest better, because you could add up to 500, I think, to 600 kilos of downforce. Pretty good. 300 on the front, 250 in the back. No, opposite way. 250 in the front, 300 in the back. Yeah, that's pretty good downforce. And me personally, I like a Max Verstappen kind of setup. You know, picky front end, loose rear end. I like the car when I turn, I lose control. If it makes sense. I mean, not really that, but I just like a very front heavy car, or like very front authority on the car. You know, I just like the car with front authority. You know, I turn, it picks up. And the rear, you know, I don't care about the rear. It just slides and glides and follows along. No problem. But to be fair, as I'm, you know, experimenting with other simulation platforms, I found myself using weight transfer a lot, and that I need a bit more of an equal car, because Gran Turismo, you could go full ham, but there was a physics update not long ago which made it more realistic, and you couldn't go full ham anymore, which had to make you work more with the weight transfer. So it did affect my setups a little bit. I just don't have the car as front heavy as it used to be. And I don't mean it by mass, I mean like, you know, the downforce. I didn't have as much front authority as I used to have. And yeah, to be fair, this Ford Raptor, is it a Raptor? I don't know. I don't even care at this point. Liwa car, boom. Arab car, big engine, go vroom. Yeah, you can go up to 330 with it. And people would call it a good top speed, but there is literally a Nissan Vitic going 450 or something. Somewhere on a highway in Dubai, there is a Ford Vitic. No, wait, hold on. Nissan Vitic going 450 kilometers an hour. It just happens, you know. It's a miracle city where somehow a delivery van is king of the street. And if you have a G-Wagon, good luck, because the van is better. Dubai logic in a nutshell. Anyways, we are going just about the halfway mark. I mean, I don't know. Is this the halfway mark? I think so. No, over the half. I don't know. Somewhere halfway, 60% of the way. We don't have much of the lap left. That's what I mean to say. And this section is absolute perfection. If I was not driving such a boat, because a lot of fast flowing corners that do enjoy some downforce, something that I clearly don't have on this car, as displayed by skill issue. Now here's the issue: these fast flowers that are going up and down very hilly, the car doesn't like them. Again, the car just doesn't like being a car. Really, it's very upset. It's very sensitive, and it cannot really handle bumps very well. And that's exactly why this place gives me a lot of, you know, funny business. Just a lot of unexpected turns, or like, no, what's it called? Unexpected snaps. Exactly. It just snaps all of a sudden, and like there's no controlling it. I mean, a snap is the hardest thing to control, and on this car, nah, you're not doing it. I don't care if you're Superman, you're not doing it. You could bring Max Verstappen, and he would complain how this car snaps too much. That should say enough. I mean, this right here, purely my mistake. I mean, I did quick hit on the brakes, but back to the snaps. The snaps are snaps, and when they snap, you feel me? So if Max had the snap would have Max moaning about it on the radio and be like, this snap is too snappy. You understand? Now that I cooked your brain, you're gonna witness another snap. Now boom, down this bump, I don't know what you call it, bump, jump, whatever it is, snap. No controlling it. It's just so sudden, and you can't really control it, because turning, this car does not turn. What more do you want me to do? I turn, no turning. Hello? This car feels like, you know, being strapped to a rocket and watching it go. You just tell the rocket, go here, and maybe if it feels like it, it will go there. Now the funny fact is that rocket is bipolar, and sometimes it will do the opposite and like fucking spin out. Basically what's like to drive this car. And yeah, slowing it down, not easy. I mean, you have 1.7 tons, metric tons obviously. I'm not Logan Sargent. I don't plan on crashing my Mercedes in a parking lot. But yes, I always use the metric system because I'm actually an educated person. And it just makes a lot of sense to use kilometers an hour. I mean, who the fuck uses miles per hour? I mean, aside from British people and American people, there's nobody that uses them. And to be fair, I don't plan on using a system where apparently a foot is a foot. Everybody has different size foot. And apparently the yard, which is almost equivalent to a meter, is the length of a belt. I have 3 belts and they're all different sizes. What? I just want to know what kind of sane person pulled out a belt. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use it as a measurement unit. That's a yard. Yeah, that's a yard. Now buckle up and get ready to feel one average drive-through is like in the UAE. Yes, you buckle up, you go in 170 kilometers an hour, boom, brake in, just get enough rotation, floor it and send it. Turn left, turn right, don't hit the cones and boom. Easy drive-through. I mean, look at the replay. I mean, I think that's pure skill. Look at this. I had nothing, and I managed to keep it very, very fast. That's skill. In a car that big, you know what? I'm the best. I'm better than Max Verstappen. So as we approach the start-finish line, we finish in a 7:29.48. Now, unfortunately, the highest is still better.